Hi, happy New Year's Eve. Um, I'm here with partially obscured Hudson. I wanted to share a ritual I've started this is my fourth year doing it. Um, and I'm a huge journaler. I journal every day. Just giving me a mic check. Appreciate that. But there are also points throughout the year I want to remember. I'm not great at going back through my journal. Sometimes I am. This year I used a Sterling Ink Common Planner, and the journal's kind of built into the back, so it's kind of always there. So I have probably looked back at that more than I have in previous years. But something I started would have been in 2022, looking at my stacks, is I wanted to kind of build memories from the year, and I wanted to remember really mostly the good things that happened throughout the year and remind myself, like this cool thing happened, or you did this cool thing, or you met these friends, or you did a thing um, that I thought was a really great thing to kind of reflect back upon on New Year's Eve. Now, initially I was doing them on New Year's Day, but I decided I would switch to New Year's Eve because you're looking back at the year and you're at the end of it, right? So why not kind of go through it? So what I do is I buy cards, which you can't see yet because I haven't opened anything, but I put them in a jar, a vase. I don't know what this is, and it sits on my mantle. And at the beginning of the year, they're empty and unsealed. And then as I progressed through the year, the first year I did this in 2022, I just did one at the end of the month, just recalled things that had happened. And then a friend suggested maybe, this is my friend Denise, shout out, suggested like maybe do them more often, do them when things kind of strike your fancy. So I have switched to that. So it's not a regular cadence. And so I counted, I have 20 cards this year to open. And I have a little HP Sprocket printer that prints on that zinc paper, so it never fades, and the back part, you peel it off and it's sticky. So I use that a lot in my journal, but I also use them for this. And the first thing I always do is I write a letter to myself. So I'll write this letter for 2026. I don't write it New Year's Day. I have to think about it, and I generally have it done within the first week of January. And what I kind of focus on is what I hope happens for myself this year. Certainly, I play a role in that, but it's kind of a romanticized version. Then you kind of open up this letter at the end of the year from past you, right? And you find out how close you came to hitting the mark. Now, priorities change, and I don't always get everything done that I had planned to get done, but I don't know, I've got a pretty good record. I mean, 60% is good too, but I don't have any memory of what I wrote in this, so that's going to be interesting. Likewise, when I get an idea like, oh, I want to remember this, I'm going to take a picture of this, I'm going to write a little note about it, then I date it. That says January 5th, 2025. And I put it in the container, the receptacle, the jar, the vase, the holder. And then I just go through them and I keep them. And I haven't quite worked out my process for keeping them. The first year, 2022, I threw the envelopes away and I have all the cards to myself. But these aren't dated, so it's not great that I threw the envelopes away. So I don't do that anymore. But I've got 2022 here, which this would just be 12. I think I just did one a month. And then 2023, I went cray and I did way more than 12. And then last year was kind of a mishmash, but it was a decent amount. And they are fun to go through once in a while. I'm actually going to get some kind of like photo album, I think Hudson's over this, to put them in so I can pull it out and look at it once in a while. I'm a nostalgic person, and I don't eat the cards though. That'd be great. So I love having them. And then this year, for 2026, that is, I'm just going to use all the cards that I have. I have a ton. I love sending greeting cards. I love pen to paper. So I'm just going to use what I have, right? And as soon as I get letter opener, we can begin. What do you think, Hud? Should we do this? So I'm not going to like read everything on these cards because they are personal, but I just wanted to put this video up to kind of encourage people. Pen to paper, there's nothing better, but I get that it could be some kind of digital solution as well. But just having the memory. Did you turn my mic off? Memory keeping, just to look back. Seems like time goes so quickly that it's nice to have a slowdown moment, especially at the end of the year, to kind of look back and see. So let's see in this letter how close I came to. These are what they look like this year. Okay, I'm looking through the list of things, and I've already accomplished one, and one of them was to get the yard fully fenced for a certain handsome boy. Yep. Yeah, we hit about half of these. We wanted to do a road trip. We did that. We went camping in late May, early June. And we were politically engaged this year, for sure, and a few others. But it's just a fun way to greet yourself at the end of the year, or if you decide to do it on New Year's Day, to kind of welcome yourself into the new year. I think that writing these sorts of kind of creative exercises can be really, really powerful. And it can reinforce the good stuff you want to bring into your life. So there's one. There's my letter. It's always daunting thinking about what to put in the letter. This year, 2026 will be easier, I think, right? So I'm going to go through the others. Thank you. And we're not getting you in the shot, kid. He likes the flavor of my beard oil, apparently. This one's all about Hudson. I got him the weekend before Thanksgiving in 2024. So when he was him as a puppy, and him with a picture of his bigger sister Callie, who died a couple years before I got him. Took me a while to be able to have a dog again, but I have not regretted it. Well played, my friend. Right on cue. Some of these I don't mind showing. I went to an event at my local library. They had an event where this woman, I think she was the great grandniece of Bessie Coleman, who was the first woman aviatrix, and first woman of color, certainly, as well. And it was really cool. I actually bought the book that she co-wrote about Bessie Coleman, Queen of the Skies. Yeah, that was so fun. I'm on the board of the Friends of the Library for our local library, and I love that we can fund events like this to bring the community together. Hudson's taken up on the couch. He's done. His contract specified that he could be done early. Where are we? We're March 1st. It didn't print out great, but I had 3 of my besties came over and had brunch. My friend Retta, who's right here in the blue, was in town from LA. And our friends Tina and Kathy came out and we had brunch together. It's the first time we've been together in a while. It was really fun. And I love remembering it. That would have been Retta's first time meeting Hudson. My friend Teresa was in town. And we worked together for a while. And she was in town she was retiring. Wonder what that feels like. But we had a great visit. She's wonderful. I love her very much. I've been really lucky meeting a lot of friends from wherever I worked who have been long-term friends. She's definitely special. March 30th. Don't worry, I'm sure there's a month or two that I didn't do anything. I reconnected with another friend this year who I met at work a long, long time ago. And we reconnected. I had brunch. And then we've hung out a billion times since then. And she lives 10 minutes away. So sometimes the universe delivers some good stuff. I love remembering that. This is April 12th. Feeling I know what this one is, right? Yeah, these are pictures. This is my friend Retta, who you just saw. And this is my friend Rebecca. And this is, I'm in LA for this. My sister-in-law passed away kind of suddenly last year. So my brother-in-law asked me to, if I could come to the memorial and if I wanted to speak, which I did. And it's something I'm really proud of, paying my respects and honoring her memory. She was really special. And then prior to going to the service, it's the same two, it's Retta and Rebecca. We had brunch or kind of lunch together, and it was just a really great, fun, light way to kind of prepare for something that was going to be challenging. And it was, but it was worth it. And everything went so well, and it was great to see so many people come together and honor my sister-in-law. So it's a memory I definitely didn't want to forget. And there are nuances in the note that I would have forgotten had I not written them down. I also have a couple of huge spreads in my diary about that. Big events. Now, oddly, this is also April 12th. Is there a blip in the matrix? Oh. It is. It's more about the actual experience of speaking. And you don't know, my sister-in-law was a librarian, and so they kind of themed the event for that. And they told me, when you get to the church, if you've printed out what you're going to say, just put it in a book that'll have your name on it at the front. Just any book. He's like, we haven't assigned the books, but your name's going to be on a book. And so I got there and I saw everybody and hugged everybody, and then I went to put my story in a book, and it was a book called Remarkably Bright Creatures, I think by Shelby, I want to say Van Pelt, is that right? I just read it. Nobody knew I read it. And that was the book that was assigned to me. And I think that was a little bit of the universe tapping me on the shoulder. It was a really important event, certainly. And I'm glad it turned out. And I actually ended up writing a blog about her and about the experience of going there and honoring her memory with so many others who loved her. Adulting, it's not for the faint of heart, June 1, I know what this is because I know the date. Well, I know what the date signifies. So my husband Ken died on June 1st, 2011. So I have many years, he died, what is it now, 14 years ago. Probably about 10 years ago, I decided on June 1st, I wanted to get out of my house and go out into nature. And I wanted to become very small. I wanted to be reminded that I was a very small part of a much bigger picture. And it worked. It was a great way to think of through the day, and it changed the lens a little bit. Certainly time has helped with all of that. But I decided this year, in 2025, my Joy Boy and I, Hudson, we went camping together. Because Ken's the one who got me into camping, taught me how to camp. I have a ton of, almost all the gear we have is from when he and I camped together. So it's always fun to get out. And so we went to Canyon Ridge Campground, like the northwest corner of Illinois. It was really beautiful, really um, hilly and unlike most of Illinois. But it was really fun. It was a really great way to honor Ken. It was a really great way to honor that tradition. And it was really fun to get out there with Hudson. June 14th. Yeah, this was a great day. I'll just say it was a day of social activism. And the day before my birthday, July 5th, a friend of mine drove over to have lunch. We walked to a place nearby to have lunch. And we were passed on the sidewalk by a gentleman in a hospital gown, like wearing it forwards and backwards with a file in his hand, like a file folder. We call him the CEO. We reference the CEO once in a while. And she's a friend I reconnected with this year. We have always had bizarre things happen to us when we're together. August 9th. So in August, I started a little enterprise called Twisted Plot Paper, where I designed some journals. One of them I've had in my head for 20 years. It's called the Starring Me Journal. And it's sort of set up so that you write every entry like it's a recap of a TV show that's starring you. And I had the idea for years and years and years and years. And I finally got Canva and decided just to make it myself. So it's available on Amazon if you're so interested. But it's been a really fun adventure doing that. I have a couple of, I think I have 4 journals. And then I've got like 3 different journaling guidebooks just to kind of give you inspiration for how to start journaling if you want to build a habit. No time like beginning of the year. So in starting Twisted Plot Paper, I decided to do something that I normally wouldn't have done. Like, I'll just do it myself and I'll just handle it myself. But I ended up joining a mastermind group with this coach who is really, I've always liked her stuff on YouTube. Her name's Amy Landino. Feel free to check her out. I highly recommend. I think that she gives great content about productivity and kind of like on focus and hacks and consistency. So we have a call every week, and she leads us through kind of a lesson, and then it's Q&A with I don't know, there's usually about, 6-8 people on the call. It's been really enlightening and really transformative in a way, because I'm usually such I'm such an introvert, so shy. So getting on that call and video is strongly encouraged, which is fine. But I've learned so much. I've got a notebook. Again, I'm handwriting everything. Notebook of so many lessons and ideas and exclamation points based on things that she has said. So it's been really, really amazing. This is October 2nd. We're coming into the end of the year already. Where did the year go? This is kind of like writing about gaining a little bit of traction as a small business. People commenting or liking content. There's a lot of competition for your eyes out there. So whenever someone takes the time to comment on something I've done, I try to always make sure I respond. November 12th, we're nearing the finish line here, kids. This is a mystery. There's no picture on the front. This was really sweet. I post, a lot I have a blog. I post on LinkedIn. I post to all the socials, really. And I write a lot about grief and having, again, my husband Ken died, and he was in hospice for the last 9 weeks. And the last 2 years of his life was basically kind of combating the cancer and surgeries and things. And so I write a lot about grief because I think that it's something everybody experiences. Everybody, doesn't matter who you are. And I write a lot about grief and like grief in the workplace. And somebody I work with at the company where I work Slacked me and sent me a really sweet message about how my posts were helpful to him, and because he had lost his father within the last year. And I I probably did tear up actually, because that's the whole reason why I write about it, is to help people. It's my greatest passion is to take what I have lived through and try to reshape it a little bit and make it palatable, make it readable, bite-sized, or maybe change of perspective, but all around grief and loss, and so that somebody might get something from it that might help them. That's the dream. That's the dream. And if you join my newsletter, which is linked in the bio or linked below or linked in my profile, you'll be the first to know what's coming in 2026. It's going to be amazing. All right, November 15th, picture of a restaurant called Tutto Fresco. It was amazing. It's on Ashland on the north side here in Chicago. And I met a friend there who is a very talented, she's a talented a bunch of things, but talented graphic designer. So she's working on a project with me that, again, you'll find out about if you sign up for my newsletter. Not to be coy, but while you're here. And then we have two more. November 24th. My friend Lisa, you probably can't tell, she's wearing a shirt that says Second City on it. So she, along with the women that I showed you I had brunch with earlier in the video, we all went to Second City together for the training center, then the conservatory. It's a 2-year program, and we did that in the late 90s. And the girls who came to brunch, we've remained close all these years, but you lose touch with some people. And Lisa and I recently reconnected, and she lives not far away, 20 minutes away. So we had lunch in November. It was so great to see her. She hasn't changed a bit. She hasn't aged. And we just laughed about the good old times, because I think Second City was a really special experience, not only for what it was, but just the friendships that you built and the relationships. And I'll be forever grateful, because it introduced me to some of my closest friends that I still have to this day, and Lisa is one of them. And I think we have one more. December. We made it to December 17th. Oh, this was really sweet. I don't know if you can see it because of the glare. I wrote a blog about this. I was out in my backyard with Hudson, and my neighbor Barbara told me to come over to the fence, and she handed me a bag, and it had that tag on it that said, to Ron and Hudson, best neighbors ever, Merry Christmas. And she just said, you guys are such lovely neighbors, you're so quiet. And I'm like, you guys are quiet. I mean, it was a mutual admiration society, but she gave me some lovely holiday candy and treats, but also for Hudson as well, which I thought was super cute. It was like a little tin that had dog treats in it. Again, the universe can just, tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, I see you. Keep doing what you're doing. Right, Hudson? So that is my New Year's Eve tradition that helped me kind of look back through my year and remember some of the great things and some difficult things, but I'm still proud of all of it. So maybe this gave you some inspiration to do something a little bit different, or the same thing, it doesn't matter. But if you have other ideas about how you want to kind of memory keep for your year, feel free to share in the comments. I'd love to hear about it, because I love kind of adapting and changing it. Maybe this year Hudson could be in charge of all the photos. How about that? We'll just put a GoPro on your head and just call it a day, and you can just call the shots. You can call the shots. All right, well, he needs to maybe go outside. So thanks for watching. And again, sign up for my newsletter. Big things are coming in 2026. I'm super excited. And I hope that the new year is wonderful for you and brings you everything you want and everything you're working for. Until next time.